Everyone, it's Sunday Nights with Faye Seidler. I am Faye. It's Sunday night. We talk about community news that ideally inspires and sometimes informs about terrible things. My show is going to be a little bit shorter and a little bit different today just because I've been doing quite a lot of things and haven't had a time to do what I normally do in these shows. Typically, my start is about 10 stories, kind of important news across the community, and 2 deep dives. I just have a couple things to talk to you tonight about and some videos to show. All really good and important stuff, but just letting you know it's a little bit different tonight. First thing I want to do is just kind of promote my weekly report that I do every Monday, and that's like the text version of the show, but it has like 40 different stories, articles, resources, links, job opportunities. So all the stuff that I talk about, you can always find there. I usually try to pick the most important pieces there, but I want to say that there's a lot of really good stuff there. There's some cool job openings from youth works that are on there right now, as well as gender justice. And I think Planned Parenthood has an opportunity. There are some grant opportunities that have deadlines coming up in about a week. There is stories, a ton of stories happening across the state that are important. I haven't had time to get into all those, but if you want to look at that, it's on my weekly report. I always share it on Monday, and that's when it's officially updated, but I try to update it sooner. So just keep that in mind. I have a ton of stuff that you can always check out there. The big story I do want to let you know about is the Grand Forks Pride coming up. That'll be happening from September 4th to September 14th. It has a ton of events all across a 2-week period, basically, that are super accessible for families, super accessible for people of all ages, people of all religious backgrounds. It has something for everyone, and that's what I love about Grand Forks, and that the pride that they put on is just so open and accessible. Even if you don't live there, you can show up and celebrate with them like I did last year. For folks who are going to the Grand Forks Pride, please keep me in mind. Take pictures of it, write stories about it, take videos, send them to me. And if people do that, I can put together a video to show the rest of the state what it's like. I did the same thing for our Fargo Pride, and I want to do it for Grand Forks Pride. So all the life and joy and celebration that you get there, please let me know about it and share that it's happening. Hey, this is Faye from the editing room. I just wanted to also shout out Jamestown Pride. The Jamestown Allies picnic is happening. It's on the screen right now. I meant to promote it, but a little bit rushed today, so it's up there now. Wonderful opportunity. Please check it out. Please support it. The more these events are supported, the more likely they are to continue happening in the future, and that's awesome. So find it, share it, love it, do everything you can do it to make it a good time for everyone that's involved. The other story I want to talk about, because it's going to be happening all this month and it's some of my big important work, is the Out of Darkness Walk is going to be occurring all across our state, several different locations, all on different days. And it's a time to get involved and to go walk with folks to really reflect on our commitment to supporting each other. Suicide prevention is multifactorial, it's complex, and it's a community conversation. And it can be really helpful if you feel isolated to get out there and see how many people really care. The Fargo Moorhead Walk of last year had over 2,000 people walking over a mile to really show solidarity and awareness to suicide prevention. I walked and I was part of the Team Ferry. If you want to walk with me, there's an opportunity to do so. And they are asking for donations to help with suicide prevention. I would ask that if folks like my work, they are welcome to donate to my Team Ferry Network. I will have a link in my weekly report. And I don't do too much, like $10 to $25 is like a thank you, or $5, like whatever is within your realm. I think it's really important, but I think that there's a lot of more local causes that maybe need the help today that I'll be talking about shortly. So it's still phenomenally important. It's still an incredible event. Please support my team, but just give like a thank you donation for the work that I do if you would like to, is what I want to say about that. But it's a great time. Please share it regardless and get out and celebrate the fact that we do fundamentally care about each other. One of my non-stories tonight, where I haven't done like a deep dive like I do with some of my other stories that I feature, is specifically on an editorial that was put out there by the North Dakota Forum, largest publication of news in our area, that called folks that were experiencing homelessness street people who were a rot on our city. Not in those exact words, they just talked about how street people were hurting all of the investments and the good people of Fargo and the visionary leaders, and how we needed to get rid of them and kick them out of downtown Fargo, and that if we don't, our city will rot from the inside out. It was an absolutely abjectly disgusting piece, and I've been spending the last 2 days trying to provide education and centering from it. It's extremely disappointing that an editorial team got stamped onto an article that is full of fear and nonsense and has no idea what it is talking about. I'm going to show a little clip about some of my reactions to that first article. You can look at my full reactions. I have them on YouTube where I put my show as well. But the article is disgusting. I will also share within my weekly report some of the reporting that we have done on the work with folks experiencing homelessness. I did a story on that like 2 weeks ago, and I think it's unfortunate that the tone and the message that we got from the Inform editorial board was so clearly removed from so much of the reporting that I have seen from that publication. It was awful in every way. So I'll be doing just a little bit on that, not a full story, just kind of a snippet, and you can explore it more if you would like to. The other story that I'm talking about is going to be, the other non-story will be the Parachigo fundraiser. I'll have a whole video explaining that, but I'm currently doing a reverse match donation to help Parachigo. Basically, I've put up a lot of my own money to support them regardless, but the more people that can contribute to them, the less cost burden I will be. I really want to put myself out there and make sure that we are supporting the places and causes that really bring community together. So I really try really hard to make sure that we do support each other and that we all thrive together. That is how we can see a future. The last thing I have coming up will be a promo video from M about a bunch of free painting locations that you can go check out and participate in. So that's going to be my show tonight. It'll be a little like hodgepodge of a lot of different things. So I'm really hoping that you check out the weekly report. I have a newsletter that goes out that'll be going out on Tuesday, and it has a ton of information too. So if you're not part of my newsletter, please join it. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for supporting the work I do here. I've been very critical to the Forum publication, and I am able to be because I don't have the consequence of getting fired from my job if I am. The part of the reason I do work like this and have a show and create my own independent sector is so I can criticize the people in power without fear of repercussions. And there's not a lot of people in our community that can do that. Every time that you support me in the show and put some of these words out there, it can help some of that independent voices really center the conversation around experts and advocates. I'm not an expert at individuals experiencing homelessness or the solutions on the table right now, but I do my best job to represent them. And I'm not perfect, but I always listen to them, and I try really hard to know that I am not the expert and I'm not going to have the answers, but they will. So a lot of what I report on is often just that networking piece. It's like other people's voices in the conversation, so we have good conversations from people who know what they're actually talking about. So as you engage with the show, share it, promote my voice. Thank you so much, so I can help stand against some of these folks or represent people who can't, for so many reasons, talk about what's going on right now. Hopefully that all made sense, but got a little bit of a time crunch, and I hope tonight is a great show for you. I hope you find something useful here. Thank you so much for watching. The only thing that offends me, like the thing that I'm the most offended about at this article is that, like, I know whose voices aren't here. You have incredible journalists. We have incredible social workers. We have amazing advocates. We have kind-hearted people doing the best that they can and who believe in a future for all of us in Fargo that don't say street people. Like, that's... Step back. If you start saying street people, you're going down a bad path, dude. Hello, my name is Faye Seidler. You might know me from such hit programming as Sunday Nights with Faye Seidler. I am here to pledge and challenge to help support our local art venue, Parachigo. After moving, they have nearly $3,000 they're going to need to help stabilize their venue and are asking for community help. I have offered to pay that balance of up to $3,000 or whatever is remaining of their balance by September 15th. $3,000 is a lot of money for me, but it's not going to impact my day-to-day life. That means I am asking you, the community, to also help me in supporting them. Even if they hit that fundraising goal before the 15th, I will still donate $100. If you do contribute $50 or more to this fundraising effort right now, some artists at Parachigo have offered to include you into a fundraising poster. Everyone who's contributed more than $50 can submit receipt of their donation as well as a photo of themselves to be stylized and immortalized into a what will probably be incredible poster for to show off, to show around what you do with posters. Why am I putting up so much money and why should you put up money as well for this? I am doing this because in the queer community, we often live with our foot half out the door. We often live expecting good times to turn bad pretty rapidly, and we often don't get really invested in organizations or places or people because we don't know when it's going to be bad. I want you to look at a lot of the events that Parachigo has hosted across the year, longer than a year. Events for communities, for friends, support, hope, and fun. I want this space to exist forever. The funds we're raising here are going to help stabilize the organization, but they should still be good to go for a long time from here. Just moving costs a lot of money. The support now is going to matter. Each week, Parachigo will be doing a check-in, and you can also follow them on social media to see check-ins more frequently. If you want to donate, if you're inspired to donate, which I hope you are, I'm going to have that on the screen right now so you can check this out. I want you to know that even though I'm offering to basically cover this if nothing else works out, it has already been a community effort to help Parachigo, not just with funding, but with individuals who show up to volunteer for their events, with people who just enjoy their space. This is a community effort. I'm doing what I can because I have a lot of privileges to do so, and that's the only reason I am. But I am one person. We are a community, and what I want to do is help focus our community into supporting each other. That is my goal here, that's my hope here, and I hope that we can keep on seeing Parachigo for years and years to come. All right, thank you. Yeah, let's go out there and do it. Woo!
Hello, my name is M. Christie, they, them, and I am a writer, rock artist, and volunteer with Fargo-Moorhead Rocks, a group painting and hiding rocks around our community to spread smiles to strangers. For 7 years, I have been hosting free public rock painting events, and I am delighted to announce an advancement for free arts access in our community. There are now 3 free painting stations at no-cost, queer-affirming third spaces in our community. In these spaces, there is no pressure to buy anything. You can come by anytime they are open and stay till close if you want. Bring your own rocks, canvas, or whatever you want to paint, and you can use the paints, brushes, and other supplies for free. The Pride Collective and Community Center is located on 1st Avenue South in Fargo and is currently open from 12 to 4 on Saturdays. They have an entire craft wall where anyone can use art supplies for free, and that includes 2 full sets of paints and brushes. The Pride Collective is accepting board applications if you are interested in getting involved with this fantastic space and organization. Grassroots Arts Hub is located on Main Avenue in Moorhead in the same strip mall as Grand Junction and Mother's Records. This new community space holds a ton of cool events like art exhibits and sales, workshops, and themed parties. If you are an artist looking for a studio space or a venue for your work, be sure to connect with Grassroots Arts Hub. Painting supplies are on the north wall, and they even have a supply of ready-to-paint rocks just for you. Feel free to leave rocks in or take rocks from the rock garden. The Red Raven has been a long-treasured community institution that now lives in Moorhead on 7th Street just off Main Avenue. The painting supplies are stored in the Red Raven's art space, Black Cat Studios, just 2 doors down in the same strip mall as the coffee shop. Tons of artsy stuff happens here, so if the paints aren't set out when you arrive, ask a staff member to help you find them. If you are able, please consider donating to the Red Raven in support of their mission to keep everything they do financially accessible to all. Again, all 3 spaces are no cost. You don't have to buy stuff to be there. You can be there anytime these spaces are open. The paint and related supplies are free to use, and all 3 spaces are proudly LGBTQIA2S+ affirming. Thank you to the Pride Collective and Community Center, Grassroots Art Hub, and the Red Raven for their ongoing support of free arts access in our community. I would love to see our community support them back. Now go on, make art, go, they're ready for you.
Well, thank you everyone for watching my show. That's all I have for today. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope we see you back here next week. Just want to give some thank yous to all the folks here who contributed to the show, who made it all a great time and informed us about the cool stuff they're doing. Will be my outro probably for a while until I choose to change it. You all have a good day. Bye.